we'll be getting things underway very soon. Just stick with us as we set it all up. Won't be long now. Get a drink and get ready because we're going to play some Football Manager 2023. It's the Boston Save and it's our second live stream. Less than a minute to go and we'll get stuck in. Two, one, and we're live. Here we go. We're live. Trying to think what we did, where we picked up from yesterday. We've had lots of problems with trying to get players in. Wages have been an issue. The finances have been an issue. We're very much overcommitted on the spend. Looking at the squad currently, we still do with a fair number of positions. Let's try and turn it around. We've got 3 goalkeepers in, one which we've been desperately trying to get rid of. We haven't been able to do so. That would have been £200 off the wage bill. There's not a lot I can do about that at the moment. We've offered him out for sale. We have got 3 strikers. Unfortunately, one's been injured since the moment we joined, and the one player we were very excited to sign failed both his work permits, and we can't try for another 120 days. He's a Ghanaian star player. He was absolutely on fire in the pre-season he was able to play in, but now he can't. No longer able to really play. Central defence, another position that we've been trying to figure out, wanted to get a few better players in. We did sign the one, Harry Williams. He's 19 and he's probably the best central defender out of the bunch now. But it is what it is. We can only do with and work with what we've got. Key thing, we have got 2 decent right side defenders. Their positions are defensive right back. Their best positions are defender on the right. No nonsense fullbacks. There's 2 of them. One's in on loan. Probably not going to get rid of him. We have got some more loan players in that were done prior to myself. And some of their wages is a bit... 230 quid. Probably not going to play too much. Probably could get rid of Godson. Or Goodson, however you want to pronounce it. And also Mandangandafa. Is that how you say his name? Hasn't really been that great. Again, another player that's on a silly amount of money for a loan. So we'll try and get rid of him if we can as well. But that'll be 28 days in. So, yeah, if anyone got any suggestions, I'm all ears on that front. If we have a look at the old scouting section, a number of players are coming in, transfer values of 0, etc., etc. Half of them, we are still actively looking in the players in range. We have, click on the old potential, take her all the way up. We have scouted quite a lot of players. There are some issues. Some players are really willing to come. Others want astronomical wages. So, yeah, it's not been great, but we have found little loopholes to be able to sign some of them. If we can get them in on trial again, the club will allow us to negotiate with them better than they do now. The problem is, you can see we've got loads of players coming through, but yeah, not really so much coming through, if that makes any sense at all. It's just, we need more information on them. That's probably half the problem. And when you see the fact that they're not all English, you've got to try, and I think probably going to have to stick with English fellows for the moment. Eden Sears looks half decent, bit of aerial, bit of defence. I would have preferred a bit of speed, but he looks like a fairly decent player. And if we approach to sign, you'll see some of the issues that we get. We can talk to them here, and then boom, it won't allow us to do anything. So we have to walk away. Now, probably a bad example there, because now we can't offer him pretty much anything. But if we was to take him on trial, it then does allow us to do a little bit of a negotiation. Current transfers, as you can see, absolutely nothing in or out. I'm not sure exactly how we're spending so much on the wage budget, because we managed to get £750 back at the start. We signed 3 players, totaling about 1,000. So how we're now 1,000.19 over the wage budget, it's really a confusing time for us. Our scouting budget's 19k, and it's going to cost us 17.5 for the Vanarama National North and South. I have been tempted, and I probably am going to do it. We're going to go up to the UK and Ireland for the next month or 2. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe just a month, but for a while anyway, see if we can get some more players coming through on the scouting search. But other than that, it's just literally skipping through, getting to games and getting some of the pre-seasons underway. I want to get a lot of the signings that we can make pretty much through. Someone signed him, offered free transfer. Unwin. Plays on the wing. Can we see his attributes? What have we got here? Natural fitness, that's very good. quite a lot of determination for a winger. What's his pace? His pace isn't very good at all, but he's got some attacking technicalities about him. I think, to be honest, he would better serve as an attacking midfield centre rather than on the wing. But as things stand, there's no point in me really looking because we can't afford to bring anyone in, which is a bit of a sucky thing to do. But it is what it is. So for the time being, let's get through to the next friendly game as quick as we can. Keep an eye on the inbox and outboxes. We're not going to go into that at the moment because I want to get to the season before we start making things change. Piero Magnalia, attacking midfielder, 30-year-old. He's a bit old for me. Can we do him in a list? Would that be better for me? It would. Ability and their potentials is 31. He's not going to get any better. Attacking midfielder on the right. Attacking midfielder. Defender is where we're looking. 22. He's a free agent. He's wanted by Dagenham Rejovic as well. So I'll tell you what I will do is I think we can still offer trial, get him in, get some more information on him. What else have we got here that looks possible? Ghanaian, probably not going to go. Attacking midfielder and midfielder, playing on the left predominantly by the looks of things. Can play on both wings. 20-year-old Tyrese Wilson is wanted by Bromley and Ebbsfleet as well. I think if we can get this guy in on a trial, have a look at him there. It's always the way to go. He looks quite tasty. Defender again, Brandon Taylor. He's a right side defender. No nonsense fullback, but we could convert him into a centre if we need to. I think if we're looking at this, he's got some heading skill, so he's not so bad. It'll be the actual defensive side of things we want to look at. He's got some nice determination, teamwork. I want to get something. It's not overall, it doesn't look too bad. It's just a case of we get this guy in on a trial as well. See if we can't see a more overall picture and see what happens there. So focus so far, nothing's coming up on the focus, which is a bit of annoying. Looks like we are going to get the 3 guys in on loan at least. Get a better look at them via our training team as we move forward. It's always key, that is. So here we go. Tyrese Wilson, inverted winger. Wilson is available and should be considered following the for the following matches. Closer look at him. Sky Bet 1 League standard. He looks tasty. I don't know if it'll let us approach him now. I'm worried now whether or not we'll be able to offer him anything at all. Important player, suggest that. That'll do us. And yeah, he's going to let us, but he's not going to let us at the amount that we want to. 11 months is all it's going to allow us to do. It's suggest that he doesn't want that. 675. There we go. Right. We've got one that we've offered. Zen Muhammad. Is he definitely English? He is, so we haven't got to worry about work permit. That's brilliant. Defender is available for the 3. Is good standard. I think it would just be a case with this particular person, if we can not offering him the world. He's not that great. £20 a week. Oh dear. Can we go non-contract? Can we offer him £1 a week? Walk away. I think that's going to be the only one we can offer then, isn't it? Approach to sign this particular person. Let's see what we can do here. Can we do anything? £20 a week. I'm going to walk away from that point. See whether or not we can chat to them when they're close to the point where their trial finishes. If we don't sign that winger, we definitely will be looking at one of those to come in. At least that's initial plan. Hopefully we're not going to take this past a couple of hours mark tonight and be able to get on again throughout. I mean, we'll go through all the takers and whatnot later on down the line. Reopen talks of negotiation with Mason Goodridge. 22-year-old. He's got potential. Defensive midfielder. He obviously wants to come, so he's got an agent. This is what I don't like. He wants high wages, contest. He wants slightly lower wages, but still high wages, and that's not interested in paying someone that amount of money. So we'll have to keep looking. Look to use your youth set up above average youth facilities. I would do, but there's just Jeremy Kays, who's gone to Wigan. I thought he would end up going to a bigger club than ourselves, but it is what it is on that front. What should we do? Should we offer them? What should we offer them? Really, what is it going to actually do for us? So that will be added based on the bonus perspective. That gives us an extra 2.8k. That'll give us an extra 14k. I'll leave domestic cups as a low. That'll give us a bit of extra money that we can possibly use elsewhere. Does that go through straight away? So look at the finances. It does. We'll make that adjustment now. Bennett hasn't really changed for us, has it? The wage budget's gone up to 8,000, but committed has gone up again. What can we do? Increase transfer budget, increase transfer percentage. Yes, please. Let's see if that will work. An increased transfer budget. Yes, please. See if that'll work. What else? What else? Is there anything else? Professional status. Probably too soon for that because there's no money in the bank. Next season transfer budget. Nope. Well, that's it for the moment. We'll just keep cracking on as you do. No inboxes as of the present. Keep on going. This is a bit, I think, the simulation part needs to speed up in between your days. Where we go? Alexander Fish he's a good goalkeeper. Yeah, he should be moved up. I don't know why they've put him in the under 18s. Same with Rickard. And we'll move him out. That's absolutely fine. It sounds good, that is. Chesham signed Goodridge. And he went for 500 in the end. I still think that was way too much for... He's a good enough player, don't get me wrong, and he did well in the time we had him on trial, but I think 500 is a bit too high. Lots of staff advices. What we got? Job on offer, goalkeeping coach. Currently, don't have one. Why have we not got one? Because we have no money. Well, we finalised a deal for one. We need a director of football. There's no way I'm paying. So I can get him a little bit cheaper. Save the club a bit of money. No, that is. There we go. Well, we've got one anyway. Now's that. Well, it's two coming in. Hopefully, head physio. At this early stage, I'm not too fussed of who's coming in. We will try to. We will try to add management team and backroom staff later on. But at the start, it's a case of getting in straight away and getting some games under the belt and assess the situation as we go. Right, Tyree Wilson has agreed to sign. So, yeah, I'm going to accept it. That's going to take us well over our budget, but it was such a good little player to add to the squad. I think he'll be good. especially when he can play out on the left. They seem to be pleased as well, which is fantastic. We'll make sure that he feels welcomed as well. Board have rejected the increased percentage of transfer. Board respond, they've rejected the transfer, but they're just not going to give me any money, are they? They're going to give the coaching badges, but they're not going to give me any cash. Always praise them when you can, and criticise them as well when they're doing pretty poorly. Especially, I mean, he's 52. To be honest, he just needs to leave. Just retire already at 52. Surely you could go home and retire rather than keep earning £200 a week. Right, as another one of the ones we were looking at has already gone. Unwin. We had a look at him. He's gone to Eastleigh. Ebbsfleet and Eastleigh, they were the ones that are in for them. But there's a couple we were looking at. They're all gone now. Right, here's the teams. You can see where we had the trialists in last time, playing in the central positions and on the left side. What trialists have we got at the moment? Brandon Taylor. So he looks really good, doesn't he? There's the Mohammed. We can't get him, but we did sound Tyrese Wilson. So I'll tell you, we'll give him a quick pick because we are still in pre-season. We've got 2 injuries out there at the moment. Lots of players available on the sub bench. We actually got 1 space free and no one to play in it. Right, so where are we going? Ben Pollock, he's played pretty decently, so he starts there. Really, we got no one else that can play on the defensive left. Are we certain about that? What about Ferguson? He can play there. Personalised, inverted wing back. On support rather than attack. I'm sure Pollock can play central defence. Is it central defensive? Yeah. We'll personalise it. We'll go with non-nonsense. And yeah, we'll go with defend. On defend. Cameron Gregory is still in the top. There's Alexander Fisher up from the reserves. He's actually had his first game was pretty poor. But we are going to start him again. Try and get him some greens in his line in there. Defensive midfield centre. We've got, who we got there? Zach Mohammed is going to have a crack there. He's on trial. And Tom Platt's in the middle with McClintock. I like that. Sounding, is that a Scottish name? Is he Scottish? He's English. Fair enough. And they're going with Janelle Gordon up front. Did we not sign the striker? I thought we did. Watkins, where is he? No, wrong one. I'm sure I signed a striker. It weren't Burrow. Do you know what? I may be losing my marbles, but I'm sure I had a striker that we signed in the last one. Maybe for some reason they're in the under 18s. Even so, we are going to change this slightly. We're going to take the underlap up. We're going to take that slightly forward. Be expressive. Yep, that looks good to me. And we go into transition. Perhaps from the back. Roll that one out and distribute quickly. Out of possession. We want to just slightly drop off just a little. Trap on the outside and stop crosses. Everything else looks good to me. Alright, that's the team we're going to go with for this one. Hopefully, we're going to pull something out of the bag. We're on a 2-game winning streak. Is that really a winning streak when it's 2 games? But we're up against Hendon. I'm certain that they are much further down the league than us. They're probably going to be playing their strongest squad, where we're playing a mixture of trials and future people and yeah, a bit of everything. Bit of a good mix. Here we go with the kickoff. Seems rather quiet. I lost sound. Sounds are on. Oh, there we go. We have got sound. I have no idea why it went so quiet, to be honest. But there we go. We're off. 10 minutes in. First set of highlights. And we're on the defensive line here. There's HFC are actually causing us a few problems. They're playing the ball round quite nicely. Cartwright is a lovely name. Martins is down on the left-hand side. That's number 3, so that's their left back. Okay, that's not one for the books. I'm going to go slightly positive, and then when I get a chance, I am going to berate them. Because 10 minutes in, 12 minutes in, and they've conceded against a team a lot further down, and they looked awful at doing it as well. As Platt comes forward down the centre, looks for McClintock, Pollard, back to Platt, have a crack, son. Top corner, left-hand side. That wasn't a bad little move. I like the little combination of 1-2 in the centre. The shouting, the bereavement at them, and berating them rather, was a little bit radical that early, but it worked. And it culminated in a goal 2 minutes later after conceding. So now the score's back level. We can restart, reshape, go again. I am looking at Nixon and Fisher, I think, was really to sort of blame for that goal conceding in the way it did. Nixon was the one in the centre, I believe, and Fisher was just poor. As I say that, they get a second highlight down in our area. Cross comes in, they've got the head to it again. Ferguson's able to clear it there. McClintock's unable. Powell does get the header, and Fisher jumps on the ball like his life depended on it. And I tell you what, his game time play, his life might depend on it. He rolls it or throws it out to Taylor down on the wing, who knocks a long ball forward. They're never going to get there, but Platt manages to get the second ball. McClintock, Pollock, Ferguson. All the way back to Taylor. I'm going to restart the play. Here we go again. Pollock knocks a long ball over the top towards Gordon, who does latch onto it. The pace is lacking, and the long shot was awful. I think he was aiming for a low-flying pigeon that was trying to get a sneak view of the pitch. That's all she wrote for the first half. And they've been flat since their goal, but we're still not anywhere near deserving of anything. Not happy, and I'm going to tell them so as well. Thrash the arms. This isn't acceptable. Helu's, Nixon and Mohammed, you're coming off. Simple as that. We'll start that. Go straight into there. Nixon's off. Playing on the right, so we'll bring in Hansley. And Zach Mohammed, you're coming off. We'll bring in Atkinson, who we know can do a good job. Confirm that as we have a corner. Pollock over the ball. We're not going to get to see the corner apparently, just letting us know we had one. But we do get a free kick. Pollard swings it in. Good save by Browinski. And now we get a corner. Are we going to see this one? Yes, we are. Pollock over the corner. It's going to be an in-swinger towards the back post. No one is there apart from them, and it's out for a second corner. It's roughly 3 corners and a free kick. Let's say that. In a row. So the pressure's there. Surely we're going to get one from this one. I don't like the angle. Ball comes in. Atkinson able to meet with his head, but he took all the power out of it. And it was easy for the goalkeeper to claim it. Oh, checking on the time, checking on the team. We don't want to get too many ties. We certainly don't need any more injuries. Janelle Gordon's been awful. I think for starters, he will be coming off as we hit the 70-minute mark. Gordon's going to be the first casualty of that. Looking down, I'm going to bring in Jake Wright up front. 6.4 for Tyrese Wilson. His first game, we're not going to take him off just yet. Give him a little bit longer on his first game. Ferguson's tiring a little bit. We'll probably take him off first. Bring in that Septon. Ben Pollock's staying on because of how good he is. Taylor's coming off with the yellow card. And we'll bring in the new boy, Harry Williams. And we'll confirm those changes. We've got a few more to make, which we'll try to make at about 80-minute mark. Give everybody a 10-minute run out. Swap the remainder of the positions over. Septon tries to get a ball in. Doesn't really work out. Williams and Platt in the centre. Williams goes for a long ball over towards Wilson, who collects. Turns inside. He's going to look for the cross. He dinks it across. Pollock's there. There's goal 2. The win streak's alive. When Wilson gets the ball here and cuts inside, I honestly thought at this point he's going to go for a shot, and then he dinked it. Considering I was thinking of taking him off at one point, I'm glad I kept faith with him there. Got a few tiring people now. Maybe worth just jumping in and just making sure we don't get any more injuries, because we can't afford them. Platt's going to come off. Solank's coming on for them. McClintock's also going to leave the field. First, we're going to swap him for Pollock, and then bring in Goodson, who's played fairly decently. Ben Pollock, the other one, is going to be coming off. Going to bring in Joe Cummings there. Probably Tyrese. He's done well, so we'll give Rickard a game, as we've recently signed him as well, playing out on the right. And I think we're going to call that one a done job for the last 8 minutes, as Atkinson plays the ball to Williamson, who pushes forward down on that right hand side. He keeps on going, big overlooping cross, goes to nowhere, and they're able to clear it fairly quickly and easy. Substitutions have been made, changed. We have 4 minutes of added time and a corner with Pollock over the corner. It's going to be an outswinger this time. Hopefully he's aiming for the penalty spot. Where we want it, and it's gone near post. Goodson's able to pick it up though, runs it down that same wing. He crosses it into Wright's there, and Jake Wright has headed that one in. It's a fairly simple header that makes it 3-1. The scoreline looks more comfortable than it really is, but that's absolutely fine. We don't mind that. A win's a win at the moment. It's just about getting game time under people's belts, getting them match ready, match fit. And that's all she wrote. So we're 3-1 up. The second half was a big telling half. They've pretty much flatlined the match, and we just carried on that perfect trajectory. Trajectory? Is that even the right word? That's exactly what we want to see. Fantastic. And then we go again. So just usual rubbish on the inbox, nothing special. It's just going to be like this for a little while. And we've got Vanarama National League. Is that the one coming up next? Available first team matches. Boston, Eacham trial, offer for Evans. Can we offer him a trial as well? Nope, he's already gone. He's gone to Altium. There we go. Kind of misfortunately, really, but it is what it is. You can't get everyone. Not first time. Taylor trials comes to end. Brandon Taylor, no nonsense fullback, right hand side. Brandon Taylor, he would, third in the choices there, but he can play on the right. Mohammed can play a lot more places. He would fall down into about the third position as well. I don't even know if we can approach to sign them, actually. They're currently not interested. And he's currently not interested. Fair enough. That's how they feel. Amy Rogers, head physio. There we go. They're in. They're in. They're done. They're dusted. Although, technically, I would probably prefer someone else do those particular signings. Roscoe Cooper, We go responsibilities. I want to delegate that. There we go. Can now be finalised. There we are. We like the look of these things. We'll ask for recommended signings. Why not? Can we change responsibilities? Initial player signings. Can negotiate players signings. Finalise player signings. No, that's my job. You're just there to look pretty. The face behind the mask. So we're coming up close to our first actual game in the Vanarama. North. Is it North? And we've got to pick a man. We've got to pick a leader and a who are we going to go with? Let's just click. Have a look. Tom Nixon, Sam McClintock, Luke Shields, Paul. Oh, I don't think so. The 52-year-old is not going to be vice captain. That's for certain. I think I'm going with Sam McClintock as the vice captain. No warning, because I don't like that Paul guy anyway. So Bob's your uncle, job done. So we've changed those. We are going to have to jump into our free kick settings and whatnot in a moment and get that all set up. Flinders set to sign. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Hiring and firing Boston. Yes, we'll delegate that. There we are. They've confirmed that one. That's perfect. Right. Let's go for the set pieces. Corners to start with. Scott Pollard can take either corner. So, I mean, he's pretty much there. He's the best one. Tom Nixon, he can play on the right-hand side. So, he's there as a backup along with Mansour. They're all pretty much right. Left only. Left only. Left. There we go. Right, free kick takers for the direct free kicks. Well, it's going to be Scotty as well, isn't it? He can do it from the either side. So he's our top man. On the right, we have Mohammed. On the left, Thepton. Tyrese. Burrow can take them from the right-hand side. I like to go for a few, you see. I don't even notice that right there. About 5 on each side. It gives us more options. On the left, we've got very little. Very, very little. And I do like them to be natural footed as well. But there we are. Throwings. The length of the throws. Zach Mills. He's got fantastic length of the throw. He's right-hand side as well. Going to let me drag and place him. Brandon Taylor. I don't think he's going to be joining us. He's going to be leaving. He's on... Yeah, he's only on trial, so we'll leave him out from that. We'll go in with Ben Pollock. Kieran Ferguson. Tom Nixon. We'll only go to about 4 there. Now we need the lefties. There we go. I'm not worried about the rest of them, to be honest. That'll we do. What else have we got? Penalties. Yeah, we need a penalty list. We'll get rid of the penalty list that's up there at the minute, and we'll start afresh. Finishing does not necessarily matter, but in this context, the best person would be Scotty Pollard anyway. Pollock. We'll put Goodson. I mean, we'll just put these in order because they look fairly consistent. I'll put Jack right there. Crawford's not even in. And then Barrows. Watkins. Now, generally, I will follow majority of this line. in essence down to about 10, because you do get random ones in a penalty shootout. Captains we've done, I mean, there's match plans, etc., but I'm not overly keen on that. It's not so much needed in the Vanarama as it will do later on when you're in the actual Football League, which it's a whole different ball game in the Football League. You have a lot more squad rotational issues. You have too many players, uneligible players, eligible players. It gets a little bit more complicated. Big squads are not necessarily the best thing when you get to that point. Wayne Brown sounds good. 33 years old. He sounds good. No, necessarily for him anyway. 19 Ghanaian. Think I've already got the best of the bunch at the club. They're on trial, and they don't want to talk to me at the minute, so I'm hoping they want to renegotiate or open. Alexander Fisher's been playing for the under-18s as well, so he's definitely getting a lot more fitness in him. He's not going to be number one for us. We've got our number one. That's set in stone. Patrick Fisher, 22-year-old assistant manager. I didn't have an assistant manager. Well, there we go. We have now. Patrick Fisher. Recommend signings. Your responsibilities. I have no idea why it's doing that. Anyway, he's hired. He's in. We've got an assistant manager finally. That's good news. Yeah, I know they're failed. It's not. They're not failed. They're failed. No, what's the word I'm looking for? Finished. There we go. Can you tell it's getting late? Can you tell it's getting late, ladies and gentlemen? 26 minutes past 12, and we're approaching the first game for the Vanarama National North. Vanarama North, however they want to say it. I've done the South with Cheshunt. We're doing the North in the live. Right. Team selections. They think someone's going to make a debut. Probably not. Alright, let's better attend the press conference then. Do you feel your ambitions for the club are matched by the chairperson? I believe our discussions are very creative. Are you confident the preparations will lead to a good start? I'm prepared for anything. How much are your players looking forward to the upcoming fan day and playing in front of a bigger crowd? I want us to put on a show. Do you agree that Boston United will live or die by Luke Shields' performance? No. Do you have an update on no? How much confidence does it give you to be able to bring Kingsley Latham as a backup goalkeeper? Yeah. It's been noted that you've signed a number of young players. Is this? Yes, we want young players. Many people. Chances. Negative. Yeah, I think we're ready. I can't wait. Have you been able to settle upon a regular first choice team over the course of the pre-season? No. There's no such thing as the strongest team. Right. It's probably not helped saying that, to be honest. But I don't believe in the strongest team at this stage. You have no idea who's a good performer and who's a bad performer at this point. I mean, Ferguson's pretty decent in the training, and he's okay in the matches. So it is a bit of a hit and a miss with players. I mean, I've had Callum Mee at Bristol City, I believe it was, who was absolutely brilliant in training, but a grump on the pitch. So, I mean, yeah, you get so many different types. What are the expectations? They're expecting a draw. That doesn't fill me with much confidence. Thanks for that. Comment on his training. Yeah, we'll praise him. Well done. do better though. We have Hans Stevens. He's playing at a 3.5 star level, but yeah, I can't see him ever doing anything. No. Our youth system is meant to be good, according to this. No, I don't think it is somehow. Right, here we go. Time for the tactical meeting. We ignore all of that stuff because we can go positive up here. We'll keep the changes we made from the last one. Let's do a quick pick now and then tweak. What do we got? Injury, and he can't play anyway. Fisher's on here. Latham's at there. So, yeah, that's fine. Gregory's there. I wish this guy would bleed him bugger off. Can I remove him? Move him to the under 18s, a 52-year-old. Go play with the kids. That's absolutely fine by me. Jake Wright, yeah. After his last performance, he definitely starts. Scott Pollard's going to play out on the left, and Wilson's going to be in on the right. Just wonder if we can inside on attack. Yes, please. Make the most of his possibilities of playing. Okay, yeah, okay, that's best there. Right, well, that actually does look like a decent side that can do well. We've had some good performances in pre-seasons, so we've got plenty of greens. Harry Williams is a new player to the squad. Cameron Gregory isn't, but he's only had the one game in pre-season because we've been trying out other goalkeepers, etc. And the same with McClintock, is not overly new. Wilson he's only had the one pre-season game with us. Atkinson's played plenty, but not played fantastic. He's played okay. So I think overall it's a well-balanced squad. The intensity is definitely there. The familiarity is getting there. And hopefully we can get a couple of goals. Tyrese Wilson, you can have number 8. There you go. Happy days. Right, and just before that one, I'm going to go grab myself a drink. So I'll pop it on intermission, and we'll be back in a minute. So just bear with us, it'll be about 2 minutes, and I'll see you then. And 3, 2, 1. We're back in the game. Here we go. It's the first game of the season. The defence strong from you today. Midfield, faith you can make a difference, and the attack. Bump fists. I expect to see quality finishing. Well, the midfield are lacklustre, but everyone else seems happy. Let's hope that can actually produce a result on the pitch as we go live for our first game of the season. It's Southport, Boston United. And Boston United. Let's go. Come on. Here we go. So first couple of minutes in the game, Southport's on the first XG and shots are doubling up pretty darn quickly. Pass completion rate is much higher than ourselves. Possession is better as well, and they are pushing like troopers. We're going to have to give a shout pretty early on. As Pollock's over a free kick, we're going to hold out. Atkins gets his head on the ball. Williams is going to retrieve it. Pollard's... Oh! Take a bow, my son! Whoa! What an absolute cracker. That thing whipped round with no effort at all. Top corner shot. Hello! What a cracker. Look at the bend on that! Jesus! Absolute smashing it. What did I just witness? And I was going to have a shout at them. Amel whips one in as well. It comes off the woodwork. Brandbridge is able to take it off our players. And it comes back in again. And Gregory in safe hands. I am going to shout, focus. I want them to focus because they've been playing. They are the worst side out of the two. And we're lucky to be 1-0 up from one hell of an effort shot. I mean, that was fantastic. You can't argue with a shot like that. And we make it to half-time with a 1-0 up, being the less focused attacked team. We'll jump into the dressing room. I'm happy we got the goal. But I'm disappointed with the quality of passing. Everyone seems okay with that. Individuals. Scott Parker. Keegan. Nixon. There we go. Let's say keep going. One of them is now happy. Well, at least they're not all miserable. So we'll start the second half with things the way they lie. We're 1-0 up. Can we progress even more? Straight away, Southport have a highlight. Long throw in. Jordan Archer puts them level. Gonna berate the team. I'm going to go into my instructions manual here and just try to figure out something a little different. We're working the ball into the box. I think with right can head, we'll change that to early crosses. We'll up the tempo slightly. We'll be slightly more direct if we can. And we'll go a little bit more narrow. In transition, we want to... No, I think I'm going to keep that as it is, actually. Yeah, we'll keep this distribute quickly, roll it out. Nothing changes there. Out of possession, maybe we'll just drop that attack line just a little. And we'll get... Well, no, we want to stay on feet. We don't want to commit any more... I think that'll do, because I don't want to step up more. In the lower leagues, you have some very quick attackers. And saying that, I've made changes, and it's not going to look good. What in the blue hell was the defender doing on the front post there? He didn't even move to try and stop that. I can't see who exactly it was. Right there, that didn't even move. Just sat there like a computer robot. What's the point of having a defender on the post that ain't going to defend the post? Well, we have to break the team. Don't want to have to do it too early. Woods again, in towards, Gregory's there. Puts it into his hands, safe keeping. I might be doing a little bit of an earlier change. Wright's been shut straight out of the game so far. Long ball over towards the top, towards Wright. He's not going to get there. Playing one up front here is not working. I may have to switch tactics. Long ball over the top, goes straight over our defensive line. Ball gets whipped in. Ferguson, for some reason, he headed it out into no man's land. And it was almost 3-1 in a blink of an eye. Something needs to change, and it needs to change now. Tyrese, you're off. Ricard's in. Looking through. Keegan's had a fairly poor game, so we're going to... I don't know why that's... He's had a poor game, but I've got no other left back to come on for him in a minute, and I don't really want to put a central defender there. Mitford's going to come on for Jake Wright because he's having a poor game as well. And we'll confirm those changes. Come on, come on. We'll turn it back to working in the box. Give us a highlight. Demand a bit more. Hit that demand button. We just need one decent highlight. Jump into the tactics. Pollock's going to come off. He's on a yellow anyway. We're going to bring in Shields. And then Williams is also coming off. And we're going to bring in Cummings. We're out of our subs. We've made all three. Didn't even notice. And they could make it far worse. No highlight from that corner. Just showing me that they had one. They're just rubbing it in. So it looks like our first game is going to be a loss. There's not much more I can do. Just let that run down. It's 2-1 to Southport. On the upside, I mean, what a hell of a goal that was. That was stunning. Absolutely stunning strike by Pollard. So, I'm embarrassed. That was a shameful display. Nixon looked I don't care. Honestly, don't care. Where is Scotty Pollard? Can't fault your effort, mate. That was brilliant. You got to give him his credit to that. He played decently, and he got our only goal, and it was one hell of a goal. But that does leave us down the first game of the season. We're down in 15th after the first game loss. We're now -1 on the goal difference. Not a good start, really. Panorama National opposed at this point. Collapse. Yeah, it was a collapse. Now I'm going to send the assistant. No. The fan day was a success, was it? I don't think it was a success, to be honest. Not worried about the fans. That game, I mean, we didn't give them anything to really shout about apart from one hell of a stunning goal. And then we just sat back and absorbed pressure after pressure until we finally collapsed. But we've got Gloucestershire City next. They're 20th. So they obviously, first game they played was a pretty poor result for them to be bottom after one game. They must have lost quite heavily. Are they going to bounce back against us? I'm hoping not so. I'm hoping we'll be able to kick them while they're down. We've got some scouting updates. That looks more than there was before. Or is that just me? Brandon Taylor's still there. The only striker they've got is Joe Hardley that's coming up. I mean, Constable's a striker as well, but at 37, he's really not worth it. Looking at the wage play, some of these are looking at Brandon Taylor's max wage demand. Scout opinion of the match. What is it? Yeah, I reckon if they let me, and they don't. So, pointless, really. You can recruitment update me all you like. It's not really helping at the moment. We go. Boston United injury update. How are we doing? We've got 1 day left for Zach Mills. We've still got 3 to 4 months for Jordan Burrow. And I can't even afford to terminate the contract, really. It's half a year gone out. Zach Mills resumes training today. So that's good news. It is good news that we've got Zach back, because he played pretty well in the games that he had for us, or he has at least seemed to do on paper when we was watching him, rather. I haven't really checked on him because he got so injured so quickly. Cheeseman has signed for someone. Goodbye, you. Fair enough. That's another one that was on the watch list. He's gone. What we really need is an investor. Does anyone fancy buying Boston? No? Didn't think so. We need an investor that's willing to come in and pay us a few pennies. Give us some money. Ryan Terry has agreed to be head of performance. Fantastic. Recommend a signing for us, please. Anything will do at this rate. Ferguson's still playing in training pretty darn well. Luke Shields is starting to get worse. Mind you, I think Shields is a little bit older. Is it Shields or Shillies? Just need this to be a bit faster, please. I think that's something that I think we've been asking for with Football Manager for a number of years, is that little simulation period, the wait between games, or the wait between each day, seems to get longer and longer as the years have rolled on by. All right, so we've not changed. We're keeping the exact same distribution and whatnot this time round. I'm just looking down at the team. I mean, Zach Mills is not. I don't want to risk him by playing him. That's the thing. It's a risk to play him if he's not up to it. I'm going to keep the same squad. I think I'm going to keep the same squad and just think as the last game is a bit of a blip. I'm hoping. We were favourite to win and we lost it, so it's probably not a good thing. But we're away in this one. We're against Gloucester City, or Gloucestershire City. Gloucestershire. Alright, defenders. I need you to be strong. Midfielders. Crush the arms. Need to dominate midfield. Attackers. Pump the fist. I'm expecting to see quality this time round, and no one's happy this time. Everyone's in a miserable mood. Hooper's going to be a bit of a obstacle. So's Agpong on their left-hand side. They're quick players. I've seen those two play, and I can't even remember where I've seen them play before. Could have been in a cup game when I was a Cheshunt manager. 20th, so they only lost the same as we did by 1 goal. A little bit tighter than I thought it would be. Gloucestershire have a free kick straight off from the go. Spence is over it, so he's obviously got a good shot on him. Not this time though. He goes over and gives the fans a glimpse of the football. But the first sort of 10 minutes it's been all Gloucester, but now we have finally got a shot off. Our pass completion is still rather low and our possession is not exactly the greatest. Our pre-season may have been victories, but it's not really produced at this rate. I'm going to try and start off with some shouts, but personal shouts, because I think Wright needs a bit of a shout there, as we do get an attack. Oh, hello Tyree Wilson. You're on 675 quid a game. Was that one 675 quid worth shot? The fact that we're 1-0 up in 30th minute, I'm going to say yes. Good looping header from just outside the 6-yard box, at the corner of the 6-yard box, and it's looped over the keeper and into the far side. Weren't a bad header. And yeah, we just got to hope that the shout that we gave to Jake Wright is going to improve his game. It hasn't so far. He's still dropping. I mean, I think it takes a special kind of striker to thrive at the top. We are by far the worst team yet again. So I think when we go into the dressing room, I'm going to be shouty time. Individually, Jake, I'm not happy with your performance. He doesn't care, does he? He's not fussed. Wilson, you're not been good enough so far. He's looking fired up. That's better. Scotty Pollard, keep going. You've got the ability. I think we'll leave it there and we'll get going to at least about the 65th minute. I'm looking at Nixon though, because his fitness was the first to drop significantly. Jake Wright has just been poor. Pollard does knock a ball forward though. Wright does latch onto it. There's no support for him at the moment. McClintock picks it up, runs towards goal, over to Atkinson, who has a long shot. It wasn't really hard enough to trouble the keeper, and Hall's just able to pluck it out of the air. And he goes for a long kick out. The highlight's not over, which is a worrying, as that's gone all the way through to Hooper. And Gregory's able to get there. Pollock stops it from going a corner and plays it out long. Wright's not able to get there and jumps straight back into the screen. Gregory now going to play it out from the back. He doesn't go short, he goes long towards Wright. Doesn't get there. And Odebay is going to play it out from there. We're able to collect the ball. Atkinson now has it in the centre. Plays it with Wilson. The ref almost getting in a 1-2 position there. Ball comes across. Atkinson picks it up in the centre again. Pollock tips it over. Wright's there, chests it down, and just guides it past the goalkeeper and the defender. Absolutely stunning take. I mean, I'd preferred if he had just volleyed it in the top corner. It would have made my life a little bit easier. But saying that, it weren't a bad. I mean, he took that well, and then he just tapping, brings it to 2-0. We look like we're playing again. Unfortunately, I will have to make some changes because we've got some really tired players. Williams being one of them. So Shields is going to come on down the centre. And I think Nixon probably does need to come off. So we're going to swap him for Ferguson, who can play on the right or the left. We've got no other defenders on the bench. I really should have thought of this. I'm going to bring Pollock, because he plays pretty well, out to the left. I'm bringing Cummings down the centre. Pollock's going to be played out of position, so he's not going to like that. Jake got the assist, but still not convinced. I think we'll keep it like that for now. But I think he needs to show me a bit more, does Jake. There's Pollock. B. Pollock takes a long throw in, goes absolutely nowhere, and Nugent hoofs it out. Shields is going to get there. Into McClintock, dinks it over the top. There's Wilson again. Unable to do anything. Ferguson gets it back in. Wright fluffs his lines. It goes back out to Pollock, who's now switched back over to his left-hand side. Long swinging ball in. Wilson gets a header. And would you believe it, but Tyree Wilson at the moment is looking like the signing of the season. I mean, I could have that sock shoved in my mouth, because I can't remember for love nor money if Pollock was already with us or we signed him. If Pollock was already with us, Wilson's the signing of the season. If Pollock was brought in, then Pollock is definitely the signing of the season. He's played brilliantly. Both Pollocks really have been played pretty well in the last couple of games. Ledbetter's get it clear. All the way to Hooper, who's going to try and make a run at goal. Long shot. Gregory's equal to it. Not only equal to it, but it's stuck to his hands like super glue. Platt's going to come off and Rickard's going to come in. I'm trying not to do any changes if I can help it, but I'm looking at the red and I am worried about those fitnesses. That's why I get worried. Sam McClintock, he's been brilliant for us. He's now injured already and I can't make a change. That's not good. We've got a gap. I mean, it's fine. It's the end of the game. It's fine. It's the end of the game. He says constantly in his own head. Please tell me McClintock is not out for a long period of time. I'm going to say nice work. And now it's going to be a bit of a hope and a waiting game to see whether or not he's injured. Where are we? We are now 10th. And why can't I see? Was Southport the team we played? Was it Southport? I think it was. In the last game, I think it was Southport. Anyone know? No? Okay, I think it was Southport. They've got the 2 wins. So, I mean, maybe they're one of the teams that are pipped for the top. But we've got a win off our belt, so we're no longer in that bottom half, although we haven't really moved up too far. So yeah, a loss and a win to start off with. Not as bad as it sounds. Here comes the good or the bad news. McClintock, 1 to 2 days. Perfect. So we'll give him a rest in the next game and he'll be good to go. Cummings makes a debut. There's a press conference. We're sending the assistant. Ben Pollock, easily man of the match there. He was brilliant. Played really well. Can't really knock the Pollocks at the moment. I don't know if they're related or what, but I mean, to me, they're my little pairing, my little twins. They're doing well. Here we go. We've got top of the league table, Brandbury United. Can we pull off a victory against them? It's going to be the big one. I am curious, while this is here, where are our lovely Cheshunt? They're down in 16th, 1 point out of 2 games. Let's just have a look at their senior squad. Can we put them in a position? Who have they gone with? Zach Newton's still there. Good. Sager's there. He was brilliant for us. I wouldn't mind bringing Sager to where we are now. I just don't think that would work out. Where is the one name that escapes me? Where's Lidbird? Lidbird's not there. He must have moved on. 2 to 10k. Oh, we can't afford him, but we'll certainly scout him. Sager was absolutely brilliant. Zach Newton, not a bad little player as well, so we'll scout him while we're there. We've got our own updates. Not a lot we can do about these. These ones are all the English lot. Yes. There's a new one there. What we're going to do is just going to take the bunch of them minus the 34-year-old, the 30-year-old, 37, 33. So we've got all the younger ones. Oh, hang on. And the Paris Hall. We don't want him, he's 31. We are going to offer them a trial. Get them in, see what they look like, see what we can do with them. There we go. Where are we? First one accepted. Accepted, and accepted. So they'll be coming on trial. We can't actually use them in the games, but what we can do is it allows our team or our coaches, etc., to actually have a look at them and rate them. Another left midfielder in Lewis Beckett. We got Brandon Taylor. I think we've had him on loan before. Hayden on trial. That's a striker, 23-year-old. And and Ethan Woozle, another defender. So out of the two defenders, Taylor's probably the better one out of the two. And he can play right. He's a right-sided defender. I really wanted a left-side defender. Can we approach to sign him? It's going to be a telltale sign. No. The answer to that is no. So we won't attempt to sign them just yet. We'll wait until they're in our squad, and sometimes it will let us. But until then, we do have another game. McClintock is going to have to come out. We'll bring in... Yeah, we'll bring in Solanke. And we'll personalise it. We'll play him as a roaming playmaker on support. Tyrese Wilson is tired. So are the defenders. Right, this could be troublesome. Ferguson on the left. Can we got any other lefties? Not really. Not really at all. Well, we're going to have to start with Ethan, wing back. We have to personalise it. Wing back on defence. Ben Pollock has played brilliantly. We're going to have to keep him in for now, I think. The key is going to be we've got no other defenders that can play on the left. Zach Mills still isn't back. I think we'll have to bring in Ferguson. I'm going to be risky, but I'm going to bring him in for the goalkeeper for this one. Yeah. So it's mostly an unchanged squad. Tyree Williams. There's no one really to change it. We're going to keep the team mostly how it is, and we'll just have to make do. Need more money to get a few games under our belt. We might be able to offer a few players out that are on silly high expensive wages, maybe. But yeah, you got to have faith in the process. We'll go from there. Another match. It's another match. Here we go. Banbury. They're top of the table. They've got two up front, so that could cause some problems. Let's see if we can carry on this winning streak, though. And we're on away. Possession, it is more towards a Badbury way, but we're getting our fair share because we're actually getting some shots off. They've got a high press on, which maybe we can exploit. Wright's latched onto that ball. There goes Pollock. Platt. Nixon. He's going to run down towards the byline. He's going to probably check back. He normally do. Looks in for Atkins, who turns, pulls it back. Platt's there. In for Solanke, who's going to have a long shot. They like to play the pressing game. So counter-attacking is probably going to be our best bet, which we're set up for anyway. I am getting antsy already. Ball gets played over the top. Whoo, that was close. I think Gregory was fairly beaten there. We're going to shout a little bit of a focus. They're not going to be like that, but I want them to focus up. We've got some serious low health already. Lucio is going to knock it in, and it's come from the outside of the bar by Williams. Williams, that name rings a bell in defence. Jay Williams, is he Welsh? He's English. His name is Jay Williams. I'm going to scout that player. That could be one person that we had at Cheshunt at one point. Definitely the better team. Overall, I think they've got the better squad. So, I'm still going to say disappointed and we've got room to grow. I'm not going to push it too far. But we need a bit more oomph. And I'm getting ready because I'm watching that. As soon as we... I mean, look at that. Defenders are taking a beating. Right. Williams is off. Shields is on. And then we're going to also bring Cummings on. Pollock. And then pray to God we're not going to get an injury. Wilson gets the ball. He's in the area. Unable to get the cross across. Unable to get the cross across. It's a bad cross. Cross weren't good. However you want to say it, it was still poor. B. Pollock collects the ball at the back. Plays a long ball forward. Solanke's able to collect it in the end. Pollock S collects the ball. Runs down the wing. Gets the ball in. Wright's there. And as per normal, Wright heads the ball over rather than on target. Our defensive line's been played up. We have got one sub we could use, and it's a worrying position because I don't want to get injuries too soon. Ball gets played over the top. Sneeze is there, comes off the post and out the play, or out to our players. They've tried to play it out, it doesn't work, and Dugmore's going to bring it back in. There's that Williams J that we're now going to be scouting. The ball goes out for a throw. 64th minute. They're all knackered. They're all knackered. I don't want to lose players. That's the problem. Tyrese Wilson, 6.2, is having a poor game. We'll bring in Ruckyard. That is going to be our final substitution. We've just got to hope that we don't get any injuries between now and then. As the ball gets played over the top, we're able to clear it from Cummings. Pollard's not able to get the second ball there, and Dugmore comes in, shoots at goal. Oh, Gregory with a good save. And it does lead to a corner kick, which eventually obviously leads to a goal kick. Gregory's able to play that one out. He plays it long instead of short. It gets to Wright, who knocks it forward. There goes Rickyard. Rickyard's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he puts it wide. Or was that a save? It was a save. Keeper was able to get something to it. So here comes the corner. Pollock is going to take this one. It's going to be in towards the middle, but he just can't get it over the first defender. Rickyard gets that ball again. That looked offside to me. Pollock runs towards goal. It was. I'm going to go straight to instructions, and I'm going to be really risky because I'm going to slam the tempo right up. We'll okay that, and then we're going to give him a shout, demand more. I'm going to try and pinch a goal without getting injured when I've got players in the red and I'm asking for demanding more. As risky as it comes. Pollock rather, with the corner. Ball comes in. Rickard, is that off the... I think that was off the outside of the boat. Passed. Off the top crossbar. And now they've got a highlight as well, as Barros plays a little 1-2. Sneeze gets... Son of a bitch! The 84th minute. Are you absolutely kidding? Rate the team. Go very attacking. It's the only option. It's kitchen sink time. Shields. Nixon. Knocks the ball infield, and it's Williams is able to get his head to it, and now they're going to have a counter-attack. They're playing a nice football at the moment, and Dugmore's there. Stevens. They're going to pinch this win, and they're not going to go 2-0 up. Barros, good save by Gregory. Whistle's blown. It's definitely going to be a corner. Rasik's over it, or Rasulk. I can actually see his name from there. Apparently nothing happened from the corner. 3 minutes of added time. Are we going to get a highlight? Probably not. There it is. Ended up playing 4 minutes there. We lost 1-0. They won the game, but yeah. It is what it is. I mean, there's not a lot we could do about that one. They played well. We played well. And everyone's defence was pretty solid for the most part of the match. A game could have gone either way. Unfortunately, it went against us. I don't think promotion's on the card for this first season here. I think it's definitely going to be more of a consolidation and see whether or not we can get new players in and old players out. Smaller contracts, bigger wage budgets. If we can sell someone, get some money in for the club, that would be great as well. Who knows? I think we'll try and get one more in, or maybe two more in. We've got Chorley FC next, and they are currently in 6th. Well, the start of the season hasn't been kind to us, has it? Trials are coming to an end very soon as well, so we're going to jump over to the squad screen. We're going to find our load of trialists. Midfield, attacking midfield left. Brandon Taylor. Ethan Warsaw and Joe Hardy. Right, let's see if we can approach to sign any of these. Regular starter, squad player. Promise that only, and there's just no budget. There's no budget at all. Let's have a look. Can we do... You can't make a contract offer for this player. What? He's not for sale. What is going on? He's on trial with me, but he's actually got a club. How did they pull that off? How? Well, something new every day, I guess. My mind is blown. How do we get someone on trial that's available for free, and then suddenly they've got a club? That's bizarre. I've never seen that before, but it's Football Manager. FM does do some crazy things. Expectations. Brandon Taylor has made an. They've made an. Oh, God, I can't even do anything about it. Well, it is what it is, I guess. I suppose you live and learn, don't you? Team selection. I don't really want to change too much, per se. I think Ferguson, he's going to come back in the third position. Solanke. McClintock's coming back. Other than that, pretty standard squad that we've had in the last few games. Zach Mills is still... He can play 45 minutes, can he? Right, let's bring him in for the left-sided Stevens. We're going for broke and playing without a goalkeeper on the sub-bench again. It is always a risky move, but I've never seen a goalkeeper injured in FM whilst playing. So, hopefully, we can pull something out of the bag. We've had 2 losses. Why not have 2 wins as well? We're up against 6. I think they're a 6th place. Chorley FC. They're playing a 4-4-2 formation, so I mean, just on paper we should be able to beat them. On paper, 4-4-2 is very much susceptible when you're playing the 3 in the midfield and the 1 up top. Didn't work for us there though, but 30 minutes in, not much has happened. We are having the better of opportunities, so I'm going to shout a little bit of encouragement there. Not reacted to it as of yet, really. Long ball again. We're able to get the first ball there, not the second. Right then picks it up. Wilson, I'm not sure if that was skill or accident, but accidents do happen. Atkinson come away with it. Great shot. Wilson, I think he fluffed his lines there, really. Long ball over the top. Nixon's able to pick it up and plays back to Gregory, who plays it out from there. And we're now on the attack with Pollard into Wilson. Has another shot. There's an injury at the top. I saw an injury at the top. As they approach and hit the crossbar, there was an injury at the top. There was an injury at the top. It looked like it was one of their players. I cannot see anything on their page, although one of their central defenders have suddenly gone red. I'm assuming it. They played a long ball over the top. I'm not paying attention to that, and things nearly go from bad to worse. Gregory with a good stop. Shout. Demand more. Last 5 minutes of the first half. He's rolled it out to the left-hand side. Pollock's there. Ferguson knocks the ball over the top to no one, and Leathers leathered it forward again, and Ferguson's come through with a weird header across the face of goal. Atkinson to knock it forward. Hannah's playing with an injury, but it doesn't matter. You bastard. That's the injured man, and he's still playing on the pitch, and yeah, it leads to their goal. I mean, take your injured men off, will ya? Yes. And he's going to hurt us again as he takes another swipe at the ball. Back to Ferguson, who knocks it long. Wright's not going to get to it. Whitehouse has the ball now. Plays it down the wing hands. And there we go. Britain makes it 2-0 in under 5 minutes. Are you absolutely frigging kidding me? I don't believe it. (4-4-2). A 4-4-2. Throwing a water bottle time. I am throwing a water bottle. Absolutely blew it there. Is it going to work? Newton knocks the ball to Fulton. Poor ball. The poor ball didn't even look up. And then we're getting levered here with the over-the-top ball. Hall's got there. 5 of our players back, and we're still getting levered. Oh my word! It's all falling apart. First off, break the entire team. Then we're going to go into the sub bench. Change the tactics time. Go to tactic 2. Williams, Pollock, where we got the wingers. Nixon playing on the right, yeah. We've got playing on the left, yeah. McClintock, Wilkin, yeah. That's fine. You're coming off for Shields. You're coming off. Cummings. And my last one will be Jake White. I'm going to give Mitford a go. I'm making all 3 substitutions straight off from the bat. changed the whole way of the lineup's working. Scott Pollard's not played too particularly well. So we are going to give him a personalised break. And then we're going to change it to very attacking. Instructions ain't going to change too much. Our players just getting worse. We need signings. With zero money, we need signings. 12 shots, 2 on target. So they're 12 shots, 6 on target. And they could secure a 4th in the 90th minute. Blakeman over a corner, takes his time, knocks it towards the centre. And I honestly thought that was 4-0. Oh dear, what a bad start, bad run of results. Another highlight. Irwin's going to kick the ball long. Wilson's getting there. He plays the ball down to absolutely no one because he's a moron. And it sets them up for a long ball attack. Thankfully we're able to clear that one away. Loads of players are in the red, but get injured. See if it's going to matter. Apart from the defender, Pollock, who's played pretty well. But here we go. We're going to concede the 4th from a long shot. No, we did all right that time. 3-0. I think it is bizarre when you think about it. We were the better team all the way through the first half, and then suddenly, bang, 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 3 goals. Then we start the second half and we flatline. Even after changing formations, we flatline. And they just carry on getting better. Water bottle, that weren't good enough. That wasn't good enough. It was awful. I shouldn't really throw a water bottle so much. But it seems more dramatic. Surely have gone second. So we've lost to the top couple of players in this one. Not great. We'll check the inbox. Press conference. No, we're not even going to bother with that. And then we'll go home. So, yeah. We're down in 19th. This could be like the first season we had at Chesson, and we end up in a relegation fight, which is not what we want to do. I think, if anything, I would prefer to sort of be upper mid-table for this season, then progress to the top the following season. Yeah, it doesn't look like that'll happen though. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So all I'll do is I'll leave this one here, and I'll try and do another live in a couple of days' time, and we'll take it from the next game. What I'll do is I'll spend a few moments on here after we go off, and I'll try and get rid of some of the dead weight, try and get some cash flow in, offer some players out, see if I can't get something in to ease some of the cash problems when it comes to the wages, so that we can then eventually sign someone. Whether it will work, I don't know. Probably not. It's too early to really tell, but we'll find out eventually. So anyway, until next time, it has been Matty G, live across Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. Peace out. Don't forget to check out Bop to the Top on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday.